Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Excuse me. So, right now, before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, what I have spinning on the record player right now is Duke Ellington's The Great Paris Concert, which is a fabulous album of some really good jazz. Hope y'all like jazz. If you do, maybe you can find that album somewhere, or you already have it, which is great. I think I need more jazz in my life. Jazz and blues. Anyway, so now on to the meat and potatoes. This is my 5 key comics tag video. Finally releasing it because I am well enough to make the video. I've been sick for like what feels like over a week. Maybe that length of time is down to the fact that I've had COVID previously. It just makes everything worse. I don't know. Such is life. Oh, by the way, I was tagged by Alex, the comic hoarder. Well, not necessarily, but I just commented on one of his videos or posts, and there you have it. Now I'm part of a community, more so than I ever was. So I have 6 here because one of them is an honorable mention. That would be this one. This I'm actually selling on my Hip Comics store, Censored Comics. This is X-Force number 2. It says Deadpool's back, but I think this is the first appearance of Deadpool in an X-Force comic, I believe. This one, slightly damaged. Usually, I think some of these go between $200 to $500 on Hip Comic or eBay. This one I'm selling for $1.50. It is bent a little, has some either coffee stains or water stains. But otherwise very, very good condition. Bagged but not boarded. This isn't my favorite comic, but it is important to the history of comics, and especially Deadpool and X-Force. Alright, that one aside. Now to the 5 keys. I'm gonna start with this one. This Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. I have 3 Spider-Man comics here. That goes to show how much I love Spider-Man. This is part of at least 4 or 5 of the classic 60s comics that I have that were given to me. This is the first appearance of Black Widow, which is brilliant, and just iconic. This one is actually pretty beat up. All damage to the cover, some creases. Interior, I think the very middle pages have separated from the staples, and they are. I really can't do anything with it. I mean, I could, but I would risk damaging it further. So, leaving it in a nice bag here with a board, and I just get to look at it. Can't touch it. Although I have in the past. I have. And I've read it. So, the cover is by John Romita Sr. His version of Spider-Man is one of my favorites. So there's that. I cannot remember the price of these online right now, but obviously it goes for a lot because it's a first appearance of Black Widow. Now this is one of my 90s comics. Foil cover. This is the first appearance of, what's his name again? Gosh, I feel like a fool asking what his name is. O'Hara. Miguel O'Hara. There we go. I got it. So Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. Coolest costume ever. This is probably even better than Spider-Man himself. I don't think that's really an unpopular opinion. This is a great comic too. I read it. It's been a while. I think it's worth rereading again. That's a redundant rereading. This one also has some creases. I think none of the pages are pulling away from the staples, so it's all pretty much fine. This I will not sell though. This is among 3 Spider-Man 2099 books I have. They're a little out of order, I think. Or no, I have 1, 2, 3 in the series. Yeah. I would love to find some of his guest appearances. That would be cool. And here we go. Another foil cover. Giant sized. 30th anniversary of Amazing Spider-Man #1. This artwork isn't really my jam either, but it's not on the same level as Rob Liefeld. Gosh, this is great. This and my other 30th anniversary books with the was it lenticular covers? It's like one image if you turn it one way and another image if you turn it the other way. Those are great. I think for Venom, this kind of elongated head works, but not for Spider-Man. The penciler is Mark Bagley, inker Randy Emberlin. Yeah. I like the look of Spidey here in this book. This one, 1993, so, yeah. Wasn't even born then. I won't get rid of this. Yeah, nearly all of my Spider-Man comics I won't get rid of. Too special. That one, yeah, I got most of my Spider-Man comics for free from my guitar teacher. I used to take acoustic guitar lessons, and I took bass lessons from a local teacher who has now passed away. And he just wanted to give me some of his collection. This Amazing Spider-Man number 86 was given to me by another person. Yeah, I'm just incredibly lucky to have a lot of people giving me comics for free. It's a really nice thing. Here's a DC comic. Now, what makes this a key book for me is that it's the moment where I finally understood Batman. I understood Batman, the alter ego of Bruce Wayne. And then I understood Bruce Wayne as an alter ego of Batman. Did I mention that my comic books got water damage? Yeah, I have a leak in my room. The past few weeks that it's rained, I have dealt with, my box got ruined. It was ruined to begin with. I spilled like ink on it on the outside, some other fluids, water. It got really messed up. And, you know, that diminishes the value of most of my books. However, I really don't give a shit about that, to be honest. Like, there is no monetary value to these things to me. They are enriching, intellectually stimulating things. They are material, but they are not, in my mind, something that should cost money. And that's controversial to say, but I just don't care about spending over $200 for a comic book, which I did, and I found it fucking ridiculous. Apologize for swearing. Usually this channel is mostly kid-friendly. I do interject with some PG-13 swears, but now I've just kind of gone over the edge because it really incenses me. But this is the world we live in. I can't change it. I'm only one person. And not even a whole group of people can change things, I think. Very cynical. Anyway, I love that Batman kind of looks like Gregory Peck. The obvious reference. If you don't know who Gregory Peck is, you probably know him best from To Kill a Mockingbird, which a lot of people around my age watched in high school, and read the book. See there? Look at that. Amazing, right? Gregory Peck was one of the most beautiful male actors out there. He was in a movie called Gentleman's Agreement, some westerns, Roman Holiday, alongside Audrey Hepburn. Perfect reference for Batman. So that is number 4. And here is a volume of New Teen Titans books. This is not technically mine, but now it's part of my collection. Here, little wobbles due to water damage. This is very special to me because I love Teen Titans. I watched the animated show growing up. Very important characters from my childhood. I've rewatched the show multiple times, and I still love it. It's the same with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Loved the TV show. And I actually have one of the books still. The small, I can't remember the publisher. Oh well, that's not important. Someone's always loudly, revving their goddamn engine around here. Leave me in peace! So, George Perez is one of my favorite artists. I have Crisis on Infinite Earths, the paperback. Just beautiful. I like the layout of these books as well. It doesn't always work for me, and I think it's just because sometimes it's hard for me to tell what's going on, which maybe it shouldn't, but sometimes it's hard for me to tell what's going on, which caption goes where. But this is a brilliant book. I actually have not read this. I've read all of my mid-2000s Teen Titans one with Impulse, Wally West, yeah. Wally West Impulse. That's when Raven is reincarnated for a second or third time. Cannot recall. Pardon all this throat clearing. Yeah, Robin's dad dies in one of the stories. It's a very interesting run. The art doesn't always hit for me, but the emotional through line is very strong. I think Robin's dad dies, Tim Drake's Robin, his dad dies in The Future Is Now, which is similar to a story that took place in the animated series, and that's a really strong episode. I'll have to look up the episode name, but I'll definitely share a list of everything I talked about in this video in the description box, including the music I was spinning, which has since stopped. So, now, who to tag? There are so many people I could tag. I don't want to tag Comic Tropes, Chris Piers, but I do want to shout out his channel. Gosh. Anyone who is willing to participate. That's, I guess, about all I could say. Thank you for watching. If anyone participates following this video, you can tag me in a post or in the video description. Not entirely sure how that works. And, you know, I just appreciate it. And I'd appreciate any traffic going to my hip comic store, Censored Comics. I'm trying to avoid making a GoFundMe or whatever, or a Patreon. It's because I feel bad already and like a desperate idiot for asking for money, but I need to pay the bills. I need to pay my insurance, which is stupidly expensive. And as I've been repeating for a very long time, I'm still unemployed. But, you know, those things happen. And it's all good. So, that's that. Thank you for watching. This video is too long. Once again. Remember, feed the algorithm cat. Don't overfeed it. And be kind. Give the cat pets.